Hi guys. Can you hear me? I'm just gonna make sure that everything is good. Oh, hey Sarah, hey Emily. All right. So welcome. My name is Harrison, and I will be leading you through your 45-minute Power Flow class this evening with Max Ottawa. So before we get started, make sure that you have a water bottle, a towel, and you'll also need a couple of yoga blocks or some sort of support to use at some point during the practice. So if you don't have yoga blocks, that's fine. You can use just any ordinary couch pillow or something just so you can use as some support for your lower back later on in practice. And we're just going to get started today in a comfortable seated position. So coming up to the top of your mat, crossing your legs. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can slide your block or your pillow just underneath your bum. Just bringing your hands to your knees, flipping your palms to face up, closing down the eyes. And just starting to become aware of your breath. Finding a tall, straight spine here. All together, let's take a really big, deep breath in. And exhale out the open mouth. Let it go. Just starting to take some deep breaths on your own here, filling up the belly all the way up to the ribs and the collarbones. And then exhale, letting it go. Starting to notice if you're holding on to any areas of tension in the body or the mind. And seeing with every exhale if you can just let something go, whether that be some tension in your body or if you've got something in your mind. Just try to be really present and focused throughout your practice. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here and seated. If you're sitting on a block or some sort of support, just slide it out and come back down to seated. Lift both your arms up towards the sky, reach up, look up. And then exhale, you're gonna twist open to the right, bringing your left hand to your right knee and just finding the floor with your right hand behind you. So finding a nice straight spine, twisting open, maybe gazing over your right shoulder blade. Just taking some deep belly breaths in and out. On your next inhale, come on back up through center, reach up, look up. And then exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee and then bring your left hand behind you, twisting over your left shoulder. So continuing to take deep breaths in your twist. reach your hands up towards the sky. And then exhale, find your way into tabletop pose, facing the front of your mat. So you're going to stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. You can either leave your toes tucked or untucked here. And then just start to take a few rounds of cat and cow. So on the inhale, you're dropping your belly, looking up. And then exhale, pull everything in towards center, gazing in towards your navel. Again, gaze up, drop the belly. Exhale, gaze in, draw everything in. Just continue like that on your own for a few rounds. Two more just like that. Coming back to a neutral spine in your table pose. Reach your right arm up towards the sky, open your chest, and then exhale, bring your right hand underneath your left arm, just hover your right shoulder blade over the ground. Again, inhale, reach up, look up, open up the chest. And then exhale, hover your shoulder blade, bringing right arm under left. One more time, reach up, look up, really open up the chest. And then exhale, this time you're going to bring your shoulder blade and your right ear down towards the mat, finding thread the needle. And you can reach your left arm forward here, tenting the fingertips. And just breathe in to the shape. Bring your left hand back down towards your face, and then reach your right arm back up towards the sky. And then find tabletop pose. And this time reach your left arm up towards the sky, inhale. And then exhale, draw your left hand underneath right arm, hover the shoulder blade. Again, reach up, look up, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bring your left shoulder blade down towards the ground. One more time, breathe in, look up. And this time we're going to bring the shoulder blade directly down towards the mat. Bring your left ear down towards the mat. And then send your right arm forward, tenting your fingertips. Make thread the needle on the other side. On your next exhale, bring your right hand back and reach your left arm up to the sky one more time. And then exhale, plant your left palm, coming into table pose. Now from here, we're going to start to warm up the core a little bit. So reach your right arm forward and your left leg back. So keep your left toes flexed, pointing towards the ground. Really squeeze your left glute, sending a lot of energy from fingertips to toes, engaging the core. Breathe in, lengthen, and then exhale, draw everything in towards center, crunch. Again, breathe in, send everything forward, lengthen, squeeze your glutes, and then exhale, bring everything in towards center. Two more just like that, reach out, and squeeze elbow to knee. One more time, really reach, hold it this time, invite a little pulse here, so for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, plant everything back down on the mat. This time it's your left arm and your right leg going back. So again, keeping the toes pointing down towards the mat. Engaging your fingers, toes, spread everything forward and back. Breathe in, lengthen, and then exhale, squeeze in towards the middle. Again, breathe in, squeeze your right glute, send everything forward and back, and then exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Last one, this time hold it, and then we're gonna pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, come back to table. This time tuck your toes, lift your hips, and we're gonna come into everyone's favorite pose, downward dog. So spread your fingers, really root down through the palms, pressing through the palms to send your hips higher. Maybe pedal out the feet here, crack the toes. Let your neck go and just maybe shake your neck yes and no, releasing any tension. And a slight external rotation in your shoulder blades. And tend your heels down towards the ground. It's okay if they don't touch, just as long as you're trying. Eventually they'll get there. And from here, roll forward into a high plank. So you're going to be squeezing your shoulder blades apart, puffing up through the chest. Squeezing the fingers apart still, engaging all your core, your lower body, and your upper body. And then from here, just lower down to a forearm plank. Coming down into your forearms. Keeping them shoulder width apart, parallel. So again, you're protracting the shoulder blades apart, squeezing everything, your whole body is turned on here. We'll be here for another 5, 4, 3, squeeze, squeeze, 2, and 1. So we're just gonna lower down into Sphinx pose. So you're just dropping your hips. You're keeping your arms exactly as they are. You can relax your toes here, putting the shoelace side of your feet down. You can close your eyes, maybe make some circles with your neck. Switch directions. Now bring your chest down towards the mat. Bring hands beside low ribs. Push back up through table or plank. And then find your way back to downward facing dog. So 3 breaths here and down dog. Now from here, bring your big toes to touch, and then send your right leg up towards the sky. And then bend your knee, open up your hip, and stack your hips. So your right knee should be the highest point of your body, keeping your shoulder blades square to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep. Lower down to your your right elbow, and then your right wrist, left wrist, and then left tricep. And then send your right leg back and up. And then this time we're gonna step through, framing the right foot with the hands, and then dropping the back knee. Square your hips towards the front of the mat, and then reach up, coming into your low lunge. So you can relax your shoulder blades here, lengthen your spine. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. Engage your core, square your hips to the front of the room. And then just heel toe your right foot slightly out towards the edge of your mat. And then bring your hands towards the inside of the foot. Start to open up the right hip a little bit here, so you can roll to the outer edge of your right foot. This should feel really nice kind of along the side here. And if you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can find your blocks. And just bring them up to the front of your mat, and you can come down onto your forearms. And if you'd like to go even deeper, you can just come down directly to the mat on your forearms. And we're just going to hang out here for a little bit. So I feel like all of our hips could use a little bit of love. If you're on your forearms or blocks, press back up. And then heel toe your right foot in again slightly towards the midline. And then keep your left hand planted and reach up your right arm, coming into a low, easy twist. So here you're really trying to open up your chest, reaching back with the right hand. Looking up towards the sky if that's comfortable for you. And then bring your right foot to the back of the mat and just kind of kickstand your left foot out to the side so your left leg should be perpendicular with the mat. So we're in a modified side plank. So you're reaching up with your right hand, still opening the chest and trying to keep your hips pointing forward. So hips forward, shoulder back. If you'd like to add on here, you can lift up your right leg, flexing the toes forward. And we're just going to add a little pulse again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down your modified side plank, planting your right hand. And then we're going to come back into plank. Lower down halfway to chaturanga, so your elbows are coming to a 90-degree bend. You can come down all the way if you'd like and do cobra. Or we're going to do upward facing dog. And then come back, downward facing dog. So this time it's your left leg coming up towards the sky. So bend your knee, open your hip, stacking the hips and keeping your shoulders pointing forward as best as you can. You're sending the left knee up higher. And then exhale, draw your left knee to your left elbow. Drop it down to the left wrist, right elbow, and then send the left leg back up. This time, draw your knee and drop your foot between your hands, lower the back leg, and then come on up to your low lunge. So again, squaring your hips to the front of the room, so you're drawing your left hip back, right hip forward. Active through the fingers, you can relax your shoulders here. Lengthen your spine, making sure the knee is stacked over the ankle. And then this time it's your left foot, so toe heel your left foot out towards the side of the mat. And then plant your palms inside the leg. And you can stay here if you like, just as long as you're opening up the hip. Or if you'd like to add on, you can come down to the blocks on your forearms, or just come directly down to the ground. And we're just going to hang out here for a few breaths, so might as well find somewhere comfortable for your body. If you're on your forearms, come back up onto your hands. Bring your left foot back in towards the center of the mat. And this time you're keeping your right palm planted and then reaching your left hand up towards the sky. So low, easy twist. So again, you're opening the top shoulder. Should feel really nice across your chest. And then this time you're going to kickstand your your right foot out, and then send your left foot back, coming into your modified side plank on the other side. So your right leg is perpendicular with the mat, left leg is straight, and your foot is planted. And again, you're welcome to stay here if you'd like, or if you'd like to add in that pulse, you're going to lift your left foot up, keeping your foot flexed, and then we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to the front of the mat. Find plank pose, and then we're going to lower down halfway or all the way. Come on up, cobra or upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. So from here, roll forward, high plank, and then lower down right forearm, then left forearm, and then push back up, right hand, left hand. This time it's left forearm, left hand, right hand. Right forearm, right hand, left hand. Left forearm, left hand, right hand. One more round. Right forearm, left forearm. Right hand, left hand. And then here you can just lower down to your belly. Again, and we'll find that Sphinx. So your hips are lowered, your chest is lifting, forearms are parallel. Again, you can close your eyes here. Maybe this is a good time to take a sip of water. I'm gonna have some water because I'm already sweating over here. So from Sphinx, find your way back up to table or plank, and then we'll find downward facing dog. So again, bring your big toes to touch, and then send your right leg up towards the sky, bend, stack, and open your hip. And then again, draw your knee to your elbow, right wrist, left elbow. Come on back up, three-legged dog. And then step on through. This time we're gonna keep our back leg lifted. So make sure your feet are on separate tracks here. And then stacking your right knee over your right ankle, and then rise up, crescent lunge. So again, same things, alignment cues. You're gonna be squaring your hips to the front. So it's your right hip that's pulling back, left hip that's pulling forward. Squeezing your glutes, core is on. Reach up towards the sky, inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna turn our left foot out, parallel to the back of the mat, coming into a warrior two. So you should be on the outer borders of both feet here. Your shoulders should be stacked over your hips. Strong through the arms and the fingertips. Rolling open your front hip. Gazing over the right middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior, so bring your left hand to support, and then reaching your right arm overhead. And then exhale, come into your side angle pose, so bringing your right elbow to right knee, and then reaching left arm up. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat, so you're framing your front foot. Keep your left hand planted, and we're gonna come into easy twist with the back leg lifted. So again, rolling open the top shoulder. And from here, you can bring your right foot halfway down the mat, roll to the outer borders of both feet, and then bring your right foot to stack on top of left. So we're coming into a side plank. So if you're not able to stack here, you can also stagger your feet, bringing your right foot in front of your left. Just as long as you're sending your hips up high, and you're reaching up, opening the top shoulder. So you're intending your hips forward and your shoulder back. So taking deep breaths wherever you are. If you're in your full expression of side plank, you can lift your right leg up here. And if you want to take it into wild thing, you're going to bend your right knee and bring your right foot behind your left leg. Send your hips up towards the sky. I'm just coming into a nice back bend here, so squeezing your glutes to protect your low back. Reaching right arm overhead. One more breath here. And then come on back to your plank pose. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here between sides. Big toes together. This time lift up your left leg. Bend your knee, open the hip, stacking hips, keeping your shoulders square to the front of the space. And then draw your left knee to your left elbow, left wrist, right elbow, and then send your left leg back up. 3-legged dog. And step through, framing the left foot with the hands, setting up feet on separate tracks. Again, keeping your hips square to the front of the room. Left knee is stacked over left ankle, and then rise up into your crescent lunge. So you're strong through your legs here. The core, you're squeezing your glutes, reaching up, sending energy out through the fingertips. And open it up. Warrior two. So your right foot is parallel to the back of the mat, left foot is pointing forward. You're coming to the outer borders of both feet, opening up the left hip. And again, making sure you've got your shoulders stacked over your hips. Long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip and gazing over your left middle finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior, so bringing your right hand to support on your right thigh, reaching your left arm overhead. Then exhale, come on through, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, window your hands down to the mat, planting your right hand, and then sending your left arm up towards the sky, coming into easy twist. So again, you're opening the left shoulder, opening up through the chest, the heart. And then bring your left foot halfway down the mat, coming out to the outer borders of both feet. And then step your left foot to stack on top of your right, send your hips up high towards the sky. And again, if you can't stack the feet, you can bring your left foot in front of right and just stagger them. Just as long as you're opening your top shoulder and sending your hips forward. So again, you have that option to take the left leg up towards the sky. And then bend the left leg, bringing the left foot behind the right leg. And then opening that into your wild thing. So you're squeezing your glutes. Sending your left arm overhead. One more deep breath. And then find your way back into plank pose. Lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, come back to down dog. So just taking 3 deep breaths in downward facing dog. Now from here, roll forward into your high plank. And then we're going to lower down again to our forearms. Coming into our forearm plank. And this time we're going to come into dolphin pose. So if you're not familiar with dolphin, it's kind of like down dog on your forearms. So you're going to walk your feet in, trying to find straight legs. If not, that's okay. You can have a slight bend in the knees. Keeping your arms parallel here. And again, you're just pushing through your forearms, sending your hips back and up. And to finish off our hard work, we're going to do some dolphin push-ups. So inhale, you're going to roll forward, tap your chin, and then exhale, push back up. Again, roll forward, tap your chin, push back up. 3 more just like that. Forward, exhale, back. Inhale, tap. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, forward. And exhale, push back. One more deep breath in your dolphin. And then lower your knees down towards the mat, finding child's pose. So you can take child's pose either with your knees together, and you take wide knee child's pose as well. Sending your arms forward. Maybe give your forehead a little massage here, rocking your head a little bit side to side. This is an area that we hold a lot of tension as well, so it's good to give our body some love sometimes, especially in times like these. And then roll forward and just come into table pose. Bring your legs out towards the right, and then come onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. You're just rolling them out a little bit, clockwise and counterclockwise. And then give yourself a big hug here. Keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder and send your left leg forward. Keep the left leg engaged. Left toes are pointing up towards the sky. With every inhale, just find a little bit of length. Every exhale, draw the right knee a little bit closer in towards your right shoulder. You can just close your eyes here and start to relax. Maybe draw the right knee a little bit side to side. And bring the sole of your left foot onto the mat. Cross your right ankle over left knee. And then pick up the left foot, either interlacing the fingers behind the left leg or on top of the left shin. Keep your right toes flexed here, back towards your knee. And you're just going to intend your right knee away while drawing your left knee in towards you. And just taking some deep breaths in your reclined figure four. Intending to keep the low back grounded here if possible. And if this is too much on your knee, then you can always just ease off a little bit. Send your left leg back out onto the mat. Shift your hips over towards the right. Draw your right knee in, and then with the help of your left hand, draw your right knee across your body, coming into a reclined twist. Oh. It's always the best feeling when you crack your back. So intending your right shoulder to stay grounded. Gazing over your right shoulder towards your right hand. And just closing down the eyes. Draw your right knee back in towards center. And then just give yourself a little hug, bringing the left knee in as well. And then exhale, send your right leg forward this time and draw your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Again, every inhale finding some length. And every exhale drawing the knee in a little closer. Remembering to keep your right toes flexed here. Again, you're welcome to draw the left knee a bit side to side. sole of your right foot onto the mat, crossing your left ankle over right knee. And again, find that interlace where it's comfortable, either behind the right thigh or on top of the right knee. Keep your left toes flexed, and then intend your right knee in while sending your left knee away. Hug your left knee back in towards your chest. Shift your hips over slightly to the left, sending right leg forward. And then with the help of your right hand, draw your right knee across, coming into your twist on the other side. So again, left shoulder blade is staying rooted down towards the earth, gazing over left shoulder towards left hand. And just breathing into your twist. Inhale, draw your knees back in through the center, give yourself a big squeeze. And now is the time to grab your block or your pillow if you have one. And on the lowest setting, slide the block below your sacrum, which is the lowest part of your spine right above your butt. And then you can just send your feet up towards the sky, just allowing some blood to flow back in towards the center of your body. This pose is effortless, so you shouldn't be feeling anything really in your core. Palms can be faced up towards the sky. Just closing down your eyes and starting to fall into relaxation. You're welcome to stay exactly where you are. Or if you'd like, you can keep the block or the pillow behind your low back. Send your feet forward. Just kind of releasing some tension in the low back, countering all those poses we did today. Taking a couple of breaths here. And again, you're welcome to stay exactly where you are or remove the block, coming down onto your back. And finding your Shavasana, final resting pose. So tucking shoulder blades under your back, taking up as much space as you can, allowing your feet to fall open, palms face up towards the sky. All together, let's take one more really deep breath in. And out the open mouth, let it go. Slowly start to bring some movement back into your body, wiggling toes and fingers, rolling out ankles and wrists, rocking your head gently side to side. While keeping your eyes closed, just roll over onto your right side, finding fetal pose, so using your right bicep as a pillow. And slowly making your way back up to the front of your mat into a comfortable seated position, so you can keep your eyes closed here. Even if you need that block or the pillow to sit on, by all means, grab it. Just bringing your hands onto your knees. And from here, just rub your hands together, creating a little bit of heat. Then place your right hand on top of your heart, left hand on top of right hand. Deep breath. And exhale, let it go. Thank you all for being present tonight, sharing your practice with me. I hope it was challenging and relaxing. And remembering in these tough times, whenever you're feeling stressed or down, remember you can always come back to your breath, focus on your breathing, and remember to stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy. Namaste. Bye.